It has been a year since the show Fetch with Ruffman has been cancelled. So here's what has happened over the past year leading up to now. In November 2009, WGBH Boston announced that they will be having audition for Fetch's 6th season. Even some of the cast members said that the show was having auditions for the show and promoting it. On January 9 and 10, 2010, auditions were held for the new season. Over 3,700 people auditioned for the show in the studio, and they expected more than 150 video submissions via mail for the show. Children came from all across the nation to audition for the show. Casting for the new season was complete already by the time April arrived. On WGBH's auction site, fans started finding stuff that they were selling from Fetch. Some of the items were the Season 1 to 3 mailbox and the Studio G car for the show. They were able to sell the mailbox but having no luck with the car. At this time, fans thought they were just upgrading the set for the new season, but they were wrong. On June 14, 2010, I asked one of the people on the WGBH Facebook page if they could take pictures of the crew putting up the set for the new season. They came back to me and said the Fetch with Ruffman was no longer in production at WGBH. I even confirmed this on Fetch Facebook page and they said the same thing, but they did say it was due to the lack of funding for a new season. WGBH announced that Season 5 will be the 5th and final season of Fetch. When the word was out, the fans wanted to do something, so they decided to create a petition to help save the show. A petition was created, as well as a video about the cancellation for the show. Fans didn't want the same thing to happen to Fetch as it did to Zoom. On June 27, 2010, Jim Conroy, the voice of Ruff, made the official announcement at the Daytime Emmy Awards ceremony. On his Facebook page he said, "It's such an impossible task going up against Sesame Street, Cybercus, and the Electric Company. So you have to consider the nomination as a win. Can't complain. PBS gave us 100 episodes and 5 seasons." A few more petitions were created after Jim announced this. In late September, Jim and Glenn were talking about Fetch on Facebook. Glenn Berger said, "Yeah, I've had better summers. But things are looking up. I am going to be talking to Marcy and Kate in a couple weeks to see if we can get Ruff back in the game." Jim replied by saying good luck with Marcy and Kate. "That poor dog needs mouth-to-snout resuscitation." There has been no word on this at this time. On November 4, 2010, Fetch ended and finished its 5th season. The show ended with Ruff coming out of his doghouse while singing a song by saying goodbye to all his fans. Jim Conroy did say he did not radio the final scene of Fetch, by saying that he originally did that scene back in February when the voicing of Ruff was happening. Soon many fans started reacting by creating petitions to save the show as well. Also, the signatures on the petitions kept on growing. In December 2010, on the Fetch page, they said in a comment, "They have some great ideas to keep things going, but won't know if it'll go for several months." By the end of the year, there were 7 petitions altogether. Now we have 14 petitions as of today. In January 2011, a new show came to PBS Kids. With the new show, some more bad things would happen to Fetch. Some of the stations started taking the show off its lineup. In February, PBS announced that the government wanted to get rid of public funding for good. This got the attention of more Fetch fans, and the petitions started to skyrocket. Also, some of the stations started only showing 1 or 2 seasons of the show and not all of them anymore. The producers at WGBH said they are actively pursuing ways to allow Ruffman to live on in new and exciting ways, and possibly even through new mediums. We greatly appreciate our fans' support, and will continue to update them on any new developments. After 1 year since the announcement, many fans were still upset the show was not coming back. Petitions kept on growing and going very strong. Along with the petitions, now a blog, email account, and a Twitter were for the petitions. Jim did confirm he still does the video games for the website. Parents have commented on the petitions in WGBH Fetch site, not PBS Kids, and said their children are really upset that the show is done. Some of them are finally old enough to audition for the show, and now they can Many fetchers and TV stars have signed the petitions. Here who has signed it: Dan Schneider, Miss Laurie Holton Nash, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, Jim Conroy the voice of Ruff, Monty Bader, Sammy Boucher, Nicole Anderson, Marco Frangillo, Miranda Cosgrove, Shreya Viswanathan, Jim Parsons and Chuck Lorre. Other fetchers are on the Facebook petitions as well. In December 2010, a month after Fetch aired its final episode, Marcy Gunther left WGBH after getting a job working for Fablevision, a production company that produces the PBS Kids show Dinosaur Train. On October 11, 2011, an email was sent to somebody from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting for them to say Fetch with Ruffman from its doom. A lot of fans have been begging for PBS and WGBH to bring back Fetch for its 6th season, but Kate Taylor, the creator of Fetch, replied by saying, "There has been a huge uproar about Fetch going away. PBS decided that 100 shows were enough and they needed to save their money from new shows. So they ended up not funding us." Still, Miss Taylor says all is not lost for Fetch fans. The show continues to air on weekday and weekend broadcast, as well as being available for free streaming at pbskidsgo.org. WGBH is also in the process of producing an online pilot called Spyhounds Adventures, where Ruffman will be involved in games and adventures. Spyhounds will be going on the website for a month after Thanksgiving, which it did on November 28, 2011 through December 23, 2011. The mission was to recover the stolen Poodle Diamond from Spotnik. The mission lasted for 20 days like any other Fetch season on the TV show. On November 9, 2011, an email was received by WGBH saying thank you for your interest in Fetch with Ruffman, and for your kind offer to help fans donate towards the program. We were very proud of Fetch, which we feel had a good run of 100 television episodes from 2006 to 2010. The programs continue to air on local PBS stations and are available for free streaming at PBS Kids Go. pbskidsgo.org/fetch. WGBH is actively pursuing ways to allow Ruffman to live on in new settings. We are currently developing an online pilot that will have Ruff participating in games and adventures. Watch for it at pbskidsgo.org/fetch after Thanksgiving. We appreciate your interest in contributing financially towards Fetch. But because the series is no longer in production, we do not have a mechanism to accept contributions to the program. If you would like to make a general contribution to WGBH, you may do so at our website http://www.wgbh.org/support, or to make a gift that is specifically directed to supporting WGBH's award-winning children's programming. Consider the WGBH Kids Media Fund at http://www.net/WGBH/site/donation2questionmark.idb=$20430220541%S_SRC=APR2011%S_KRS_R=support. We greatly appreciate the support of Fetch with Ruffman fans. Thank you so much for your interest and efforts on our behalf. And on December 10, 2011, the main Fetch petition at Petition Online finally reached 2,000 signatures and is still going strong. Well, we are out of time. Make sure you keep watching reruns of Fetch with Ruffman on PBS Kids Go, and make sure you continue saving the show at http://www.petitiononline.com/FETCHPBS/